Hey guys, welcome back to Zach Blog for part 2 of sanding. Just sanding, basically. Back to working on the Siren 17. Climb in here. Everything's still covered in dust. Oh, nice. Lots of condensation too. Okay, so yeah, here's one of the repairs. Gotta sand a bunch. Did just a little bit of sanding to get a look at them. Definitely gotta add more glass to that one. That fold over did not work out. This worked out way better, just laying it and then sanding off. Haven't sanded that one yet. This is like 2-3 days later, something like that. I do a ton of vacuuming. I'm gonna wanna rip out this hose today. Yeah, there's that one up front. Okay. I'll learn how to use this GoPro better. Somehow I just got into exposure settings and it looks like it's doing a lot better than it was the other day. Yeah, so I'm gonna put one layer of glass on that so far. It's warming up a little bit and the sun's on the front of the boat, so I'm gonna throw another layer of glass on that soon. I'm looking like I might get a day that it's nice to sail next week. So I'm gonna grab my Dremel out of here and I'm gonna go and oh wow, yeah, and I'm gonna cut a couple slots in that and put my forestay supports back in and temporarily bed those down. Just gonna see what temperature my silicone and stuff sets at. Might have to throw a little tarp over that and throw the heater up on the bow. But yeah, we're gonna get this thing ready and get one more sail out of it this year, I think. Oh, which means lots of cleaning up again. Right, I shoved... Oh, maybe I should vacuum that before I lay down on that. I shoved this camera that's in my hand, the GoPro, down that hole the other day, and I couldn't really see anything. I think there's bags over here, but there's supposed to be foam under here, and I saw somebody else reach in and touch it. I should be able to reach in there and touch the foam to see if it's good or not. I'm hoping it's in good shape. So I'm gonna vacuum this, and then I guess I'm gonna check on the foam. Well, that vacuum's not doing great right now. That sucks. There's so much freaking dust. Okay. Good thing I threw back on these fiberglassy, dusty clothes. Wow, how's my lens already dusty? Okay, so it's difficult with that hose there. Ow! There's a couple bags or something here. Get rid of those. Oh, yes, I do feel foam and it's in great shape. That's awesome. Oh, that's really good news. Really, really good news. Oh, same on that side. Awesome. Now I just need to, well, I highly doubt I'm finding a hatch cover, so I need to get a hatch. Take that hatch off and put a new hatch on. I'm gonna try and take this hose out for now and clean up in here. I gotta go clean out my vacuum filter, and I gotta grab a bin for all this fiberglassing stuff. Wow, there's so much dust. Unscrewing this, and yeah, that doesn't look great. Oh, jeez. supposed to be a waste hose. This does not look in great shape. I'm afraid to stick my face under that. Okay, that looks okay. So I'll have to throw some silicone on the top ring for that. I don't know if you can see it out there or not. Throw some silicone on the top ring of that and fix it up. Take the bottom of the hose off and try and get it out of there. This thing, I don't know. Maybe I'll just do a quick glass job on that. Got a lot of glass jobs to do again all of a sudden. Gonna patch that one up. That one turned out pretty shit. That middle one needs a bunch of work again. That one turned out great. And then the top one turned out great as well. Those two, I was working with some resin that was just gumming up. It didn't get very good saturation or anything. Well, actually that bottom one did. That one did not. But that bottom one was just really hard to shape things. I'm gonna do them up a little bit nicer, sand everything down, and put a tiny bit of, I don't know if it's actually 1708, but it's a nice weaved, square weaved piece of cloth that I have somewhere kicking around here, probably in that bin out there. Oh, that sucks. These are so rusty. It looks like, well, that one's stripped right out. It looks like I'm gonna have to just cut these off. I think I'm putting a zip disc on the Dremel in a few minutes. Guess can go there, I guess. May seem like I'm kind of all over the place, and I am. But mostly I'm just trying to do a little bit of all this stuff to determine what kind of stuff I might need to actually do some fiberglassing on, so I can do all the fiberglassing and resining and stuff like that around the same time, because I hate doing that and I'd rather get it all done at the same time. Okay, so I'm gonna get a cutting wheel on here. Oh shoot. Which means I need this arbor. Isn't in there very tight. I'm gonna go up and I'm gonna cut some slots for the stay supports, which I have to grab from inside. And then I'm gonna go down into the cabin and remove those clamps off that waste hose. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do from there. So these are my stay supports where the stays clip into. Well, one's for the stay and one's for the jib. Not sure which one's which. I have to check my video and see which one was sitting on top of the other, I think. Yeah, I'll have to see. Okay, I totally forgot to film that. Cut the slots there. And then I'm gonna get those pieces fit up inside. It doesn't line up the greatest, so well. And then I'm gonna put this plate back on, and then yeah, hopefully I can get another day of sailing. Yeah, so definitely have to put more glass on that before I can finish doing the stays, because I need my second layer of glass on before I can drill my holes there. So I'm gonna cut this now, I guess. See if we can set you guys up here. I mean, yes, it's not the greatest though. Oh well. good. And then I gotta take that panel off. I've got some glassing to do in here. That's not a big priority though. That's stuff I can do with a heater going in here. Oh, I heard something drop. Ah. Yeah. Got it. It looks like I'm gonna have to cut. Maybe not. If I can get it out this hole, maybe I can. Maybe I can get this off of this side. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know if you can even see that. Got it. I should be able to get this out. Try to not wiggle too much. I got jack stands under the trailer. I don't know how much I trust not to knock the front one off though. Put a jack thing on this trailer at some point. Okay. I'm gonna work on getting this stupid thing out. God, I hate rivets. But I also love rivets. Oh, come on. Get off there. That's not gonna work, eh? This hose isn't even like rubber anymore. It's a hard plastic at this point. Why? Okay. There we go. There's that out too. Awesome. So these are low priority. I'll get to those, I don't know, next week or something after I get out once more. Oh, okay. Got it now. Oh man. Strings up in here. Oh well, they'll get incorporated into it. Alright. So everything's acetoned up. Jeez. Now I can mix up some resin and get to her. I ended up getting more aggressive with that. It's just the more I ground away, the more I could find. It'll look nice soon. The universe doesn't want me to get this done. Battery died again. Okay. 36. Okay. that. Fiberglass. Okay, let's try to turn you guys around. Let's see if I can turn them. Ow. This resin's cooperating with me a lot better today. It's not fully trying to die on me yet. Okay, I'm gonna get working on the second batch quick. Okay, dab, 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 dab. And come back with another batch. There's a little more here I should probably use up. Okay. Now I can finally get out of the bow for a while. Go back over here, I guess. I'm gonna throw some tape on here. That should help. At least the front bow went well, so I can get those screws put in. Alright. So, still not quite how I like it. Do a bit more sanding on that. It's definitely gonna need another coat. This one came out pretty good though. That one came out really good. Trim that to the right shape and then, oh yeah. Yeah, this one's just being a pain. But this looks pretty nice. Looking pretty sealed up. I'm gonna take my block and kind of sand down to the right shape. Looks like I got an air bubble there. Whoops. Get that sanded down to the right shape, sort of. I mean, it's good enough for this year. I'm just getting it once more. Tear the tarp off this and double check for leaks. Still lots to do next year in the spring. Oh shoot, that drip went a little further out than I'm not too concerned about the mess in here, because I'm seeing on, excuse me, on later models, they have like an indentation here to put a board across, which I'm gonna do. This thing will sit about like that, and I'm gonna put some blocks here and put a board across to try to match it up nicely. It's gonna be a bit of work, but yeah, and hopefully that'll keep people from stepping on here and snapping these out again. I'm sure that's why they switched to that board idea. But yeah, so that's that. And then up front's beautiful. It's in great shape. I'm gonna take this stupid little thing and put some 4000 on it and some 4000 in it. And just plug that up for the time being, and then next year I'm gonna glass over that, since I'm gonna be painting and everything. I just don't want a big glass patch on the outside right now. Oh, and then I'm gonna take some silicone and seal these up, because that's my main leaks right now. I think that's about it for now. Yeah, mostly just keep working on what I've been working on, I guess. I grabbed the piece from the new light and actually fit it into the old light here. So that's gonna be nice. I'm gonna polish that back up, and I'm happy to have that light repaired. But yeah, well, I gotta fill those propane tanks. But yeah, I better get to it. Here we go again. So I have no cooperation for this piece. I'm gonna go over it with some cloth instead of that. We'll let that cure. See how that turns out. Okay, again, we'll see how it goes this time. It looks mostly filled in better. So difficult to get it. Like, it still looks like there's some air in there. Okay, now I gotta match up a drill bit to these holes and drill those back out. This thing is so in the way. Okay, so to drill this hole, I need to push my boat back just slightly. I'll have to change this in post, I guess. So I got the boat to shift over slightly. Now I can drill this one at least. Let's see about these ones. Oof. Try and shift it a little more for those ones. Ugh. Okay. All right. Theoretically, I can raise my mast and pull my boat back up onto the trailer so I can go sailing. Now I just gotta make sure I put all my rigging back in the boat before I go and clean up, but that's several days away, so there's still a bunch more stuff I can do. I'm poking around at this floor a little bit because I don't know if you can hear that. Might have to do a repair here. Sounds like there's a repair that's too thin. A little crunchy there. Over the next couple days, I might try to patch that. The hole inside of here. That one there. And I guess just work on the floor a little bit. I'm gonna put a little raised floor, wooden one in here. Okay, I've done a big cleanup of the place. Everything's nice and clean. I'm just gonna put this trim on for now. Yeah. Okay. So, this is the part where I don't want to cut this wrong. My best bet is probably to cut it about 2 millimeters too long, and then kind of just try to force them in together. Ha! Look at that. That's not terrible. Oh yeah. It's awesome. Oh yeah. So that looks nice. A lot nicer than it did. Let's see. Awesome. Okay, now back on the inside here. I have this bolt that I need to drill new holes for, which goes right underneath the keel winch. It protects the fiberglass from the cable rubbing a hole into it. I've glassed over the hole on both sides, so I have to drill it back out quickly. Okay. And then the other thing in here that needs to be replaced for now is the keel locking bolt. So I haven't gotten around to putting my spacer thing in there yet. I'm gonna shoot, I'm terrible with names, but the guys on the Siren owners group, they've put like PVC or something here. I couldn't find any that fit the grommets that were, or the plugs that were available, so I got a couple pieces of brass that I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna contact cement them in there, and then glass over them as well. Same difference as what they've done, just with brass instead. Okay, that's nice and tight. Alright. Theoretically, once I get my legally required equipment back in here, we are ready to sail. Which I see one more good sailing day on the horizon. I'm going to hope for more than one. We'll see. Smashed my head off this light earlier. Actually freaking broke it. Okay. So I've got the keel winch mostly attached here. Just need to get these bolts down here. Wow. It's never felt so solid before. Now I gotta pull tension on this and wind it up. Okay, there we go. Now we're lifting the keel. You just hear it coming up the trunk. There's just so much rust and junk. And then it gets caught like that. There it goes. Okay. So, I think I'm gonna call that part 2. Yeah. She's on track to be a nice boat. Anyway, you guys know what to do. Hit the thumbs up, hit the thumbs down, leave me a comment, subscribe, and go join my Patreon. Help me afford this boat. Have a good one, guys. Jeez. This is just one big flat rock I'm sitting above. It looks like it's like 6 inches under the water, but it's probably like 8 feet down there. Considering my centerboard is almost 5 feet down there. Wow. That's so cool.